Welcome to the finish line with Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and the finish line is all about finishing our quilt tops. And today I do want to finish this baby quilt. And I'm going to combine two patterns. I'm going to combine circles and straight lines. Now it is a baby quilt, so I am going to be using a wool batting. Wool batting is very light and it's breathable, which makes it really nice for a baby quilt. And it does have some nice loft to it, so it's nice and puffy and cuddly. For the circle part of the quilt, I will be using a circle template. And this time I want to use an inside circle. Inside circles are often easier to use than trying to quilt around the outside. So if you can do an inside, it is easier. I also am going to do the straight line quilting, so I need one straight ruler. And I'm going to be using the straight ruler from Silly Moon. The background fabric is this beautiful, soft, creamy beige, so I will be using a thread to match that background fabric. Let's get this sandwiched up and get quilting it. I think you're going to be very surprised how this is going to turn out, and it is a lot of fun to do. So the first thing I'm going to quilt is a cascade of circles, and I'm only going to use this one template. What I want is this sort of section of circles cascading around the quilt. I'm going to do one column. When those circles are done, I'm going to go and do another section of circles. In between will be straight line quilting, but I do want to do all of those circles first. The straight line is going to be last. So I'm going to start in this one corner, work my way over those balloons and off to the other side. I'm going to do a circle, travel back, move the ruler and do another circle. Travel back, do another circle. So it's going to come along like this. Move and do my next circle. And I'm going to stop at a stitching line. Stop at the stitching line and travel back. Move and do another one. I'm not going to really worry about where those circles are going to be. I want to have a good section of them, so I'll do one row and most likely come back and make that a little bit thicker. And keep doing my circles. I can always rotate a little bit. Stop to the stitching line, go back up, and do my next circle, my next circle, and my next circle. So I'm doing all of these circles going up. And whenever I stop, I just want to make sure that this inside is touching that foot. So my circles come here, up, around, and down. When you look at the back, you'll be able to see where I have that sort of cascade shape going. When I am quilting with the ruler, I'm going to go and then always travel back a little bit of a distance. If we stop right at the stitching line, it's almost impossible to do the next circle. So we need to do that circle till we hit the line and then come back, move the ruler and do the next circle and come back. So we're always traveling back a little bit. So I have that center cascade, 2 corners. Now I'm going to work on doing some bubbles in the rest of the quilt. This space that I've left is going to be straight line quilting. And it doesn't matter how big that is, we are going to be able to do it with a straight ruler. So let me fill in some more circles and then we'll get to the straight line part. But I do want to do all of my circles first. So I have all the circles done that I want. Now I want to do straight line quilting and join all of those rows of bubbles. So I will start on one side and go all the way around. And when I come to one of these bubbles, I'm going to echo. So I'm going to do a straight line, echo, go back up, echo, go back down, echo, and so forth. So they're all going to be straight lines, but I will echo all of these little circles. So this is what our lines are going to look like. We're going to come down, echo, go back, echo, and continue down. I'm going to use a straight ruler and a matching outside circle in order to do that. And these lines, I do want them all different sizes, and that way I don't have to worry about being exact. So I have a circle here. I've started off, I've stitched a straight line down, and I've hit a circle. I'm going to take that outside circle and just stitch a few stitches over. Now stitch straight up until you hit that next circle. And this foot is 1/4 inch, so as long as the outside of that foot is hitting that circle, you're going to be right on the mark. Put that circle right along that line and stitch. Now if you come to an area where you still have a circle, just go right over that circle for a little bit. All we need to do is shadow every piece. Stitch down. The foot is hitting that circle, so I know I'm 1/4 inch over. Stitch around and back up. As you go, you're going to be able to use that last line of stitching on one of the lines on your ruler. So just stitch until you hit that next line and stitch up. And continue doing straight lines and shadows. And you're going to do that in between every area that you have left blank. So we can really see these bubbles, that straight line quilting. You can really see the quilting from the back. This straight line quilting really makes those circles or those bubbles pop. All of the spaces are different between the lines. And that just makes it a lot easier. And the wool batting does give it a little bit more dimension. And with that matching binding, it really does set it off. This definitely was a lot of fun to quilt. I do hope you give this type of quilting a try. I'll put some links in the description. And thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and I do have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Sewtacular day. Bye for now.